Right. Hopefully everybody's had a lovely morning, had a nice little chat. Very good. So very warm welcome to the 9th R-HTA workshop, obviously here at the University of Exeter. It's a real pleasure to see so many of you here. This is quite good for a face-to-face, particularly down south on the coast. Both in the room and obviously joining us online as well. So absolutely delighted by the level of interest this year. The number of registrations exceeded our expectations, and it's fantastic to have such an engaged community coming together around the use of R-HTA. That enthusiasm was very evident in the large numbers of abstracts that we received, which is the most that we've actually ever had, to the point where we were having to turn down quite a few that we thought were pretty high quality, which we've never had to do before. So selection process at times was quite challenging. We had far more than we could accommodate in the programme, so thanks to everybody who submitted, and whether or not your work's being presented today, you're obviously helping to push the field forward. So, speaking of progress, it's an exciting time for R-HTA. We continue to see rapid developments in both methods, tools and shared resources, making our analyses more transparent, reproducible and collaborative. It's wonderful to see key milestones such as the release of the R-HTA book, which obviously a few people in here have worked on earlier this year, which is obviously an important reference for us in this community. So just a few practical points before we crack on. There we go. So there is no fire alarm testing due today. If you hear a fire alarm, please exit the building. So downstairs and then meet outside this building. If you want to use the Wi-Fi, you can either use Edge Room if you have a university account, or use university_Wi-Fi and just click as guest. You do not need a password. If you need a taxi booking, that's the phone number to do so. Otherwise,
okay, fair enough.
Hello? Okay. If you're online, please keep yourself on mute. Look, it says so on there. During the presentation. If you would like to ask a question, if you're in the room, please just chop your hands up and we will get a microphone to you. If you're online, use the online hands function, or you can pop your question in the Q&A and the chair will ask it for you. The sessions will be recorded and uploaded to YouTube, and there will also be slides available for anybody who wants them afterwards. And speaking of slides, there are a few presenters today who have not yet submitted their slides. If that is you, please send them to Sue. And then we'll make sure that they're on here ready for you to go when it gets to your slot. So for the smooth running of the sessions, just a few notes on etiquette. If you could please, as speakers, leave around 5 minutes at the end for questions and discussion, that would be absolutely fantastic. Obviously, our chairs will be paying attention and we'll give you a little bit of a time warning if it looks like you're running out. And for the audience, if you could save your questions until the end of each presentation, because we do have quite a lot to get through. Our last session today is going to involve both a presentation and an open discussion on the interdisciplinary collaboration between health economists and other disciplines, which is inspired by Gabriel and Catherine's experience working with research software engineers. Please come prepared to share your thoughts on this topic, because I'd like us to have a good chat about how we make the most of the collaboration opportunities available. So, other things to note, when we get to the end, we'll be heading to our local, which is the Mount Radford pub, for a few drinks. Feel free to join us if you're in person. If you want a certificate of attendance, that will be provided after the final day of the workshop, along with a feedback form, which we really appreciate everybody's feedback on what we're doing here. And then lastly, a massive thank you to all of the organisers who've put a lot into making this day actually happen. In particular, Sue and Jenny, who you'll have met on the front desk, have really pulled it out of the bag here to make sure everybody was able to attend today and have food, water, etc. Felicity, Gianluca, Nathan, Howard and Rob, whose wife has just had a baby, who unfortunately cannot attend today, have also obviously been beavering away behind the scenes to make sure everything has been set up. And then all that remains for me now is just to say great big thank you for being part of the event. Whether you're presenting, chairing, or just contributing to the discussions, I hope you're going to have a great day, learn a lot, have some fun, meet some other people who are into the same sort of nerd fun times. And I'm going to hand over now to Gianluca, who's going to be chairing the first set of sessions.
All right.
Thank you very much, Dawn. Can you all hear me? Otherwise, I can do my Italian thing and shout and just wave my hands. So it's a fantastic pleasure to be here. I won't say too much. I won't spend a lot of your time because we have a very packed session with lots of interesting talks. So I'll try my best and keep you on time and just sort of start waving when you're about to run out of time.